Today we're going to remove these old doorbells that are here. They work, but the light doesn't come on, and I just don't like the way it sits on the vinyl. So I'm going to create some blocking for it, and I'm going to install it on the blocking, and then I'm going to screw it to the vinyl. So the first step is obviously to remove the old doorbells. So now what you see is the wire that's in there, and it's basically very simple. It's a 20 gauge wire. They call it 22 for 20 gauge, and then two wires, the red and the white. And when you plug in the new doorbells, it doesn't really matter where the red or the white go on the screws. So if you reverse the white and the red, it's still going to work. So I am installing these doorbells with the power on. I haven't shut the breaker off. Ideally, you want to shut the breaker off, but I want to demonstrate to you that you can install a new doorbell even if there's power going to it. What's going to happen is if you accidentally bridge the wires, meaning you touch them together, you might set off the doorbell, and you might get a little spark. But this is only 16 volts of electricity. It's very minimal electricity. You're not going to feel it. You're not going to get electrocuted. And then we'll just put the wire around the brass screws. You can go ahead and safely touch the wires even if there's electricity. Again, ideally you want to shut the breaker off. So right now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put these wires around the copper screws. And again, it doesn't matter where the wire goes. The white wire, or in my case the gray wire, can go on either screw. And the same thing for the red. The red wire can go on either screw. It really doesn't matter where you place these wires. And it's gonna go in there like that. And again, I am doing this live and I'm touching these wires and I'm not getting electrocuted. The only thing that might happen again is you might set off the bell. It might produce a little spark once the wires touch, but it's not a big deal. So you want to make sure that these wires here are nice and tight around the brass screw. And what I noticed here is on my wires, they were very brittle, and what was happening is you could see the copper underneath the actual insulator. So I put a little bit of electricity tape around the wires. That way when I push the doorbell in, the wires don't accidentally touch each other where it was brittle and where it was showing the copper. And then what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and close that circuit, and you're going to get constant doorbell ringing. So I just insulated those wires with the electrical tape just to prevent it from accidentally touching each other. And there you have it. Looks a lot better than what it did before. Now we're just going to label it, and it's done. Let's give it a test here, see if you hear it. And yes, it's working. I didn't want the doorbells to just be on the vinyl itself, so I made this piece of blocking, and again, it's just a piece of vinyl here. It's very simple to do. Just made some holes in the back so the wires can come out, and I installed the doorbells onto this vinyl blocking instead of to the actual vinyl on the house. So this is something that anybody can do. Again, this is very low voltage. You could do it live, but it's recommended that you shut the power off. So thank you for watching. If this video has been informative to you, please put a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I talk about everything and anything.